Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to a new edition of Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Coulter. To my far right, welcome my main man, KJ, from Clemson 1999, 2002 cornerback. And today's special guest, we got a FIBA champion in the house. This guy played 13 seasons. He has 7 championships. He got more than a lot of people. And also, this guy, he has trained and developed new youth in the NBA, G League. He also
making noise.
He has his own companies. He's doing a lot of things. I'm gonna let him tell you about it. All right,
tell him, man.
Welcome, Decorey Jones.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So glad to have you, man.
Man, hey, that's the best intro I didn't had since man.
Come on,
that was my first year playing professional overseas, 2012. That was awesome.
It's been a while,
it's crazy, man. But it's like when someone else tells you what you done, and you just get emotional because it's like, damn, I forgot I did all this. You know what I mean? Like it's just a reflection because you just so like you got your head down and you grinding. And when you look up, it's like, wow. Right. So it's good to hear someone else tell you what I done, man. I mean, on top of the mountains, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, man. Glad to have you on the show. For the people that don't know you, let them know who you are and where you're from, a little bit about your background.
Yeah, man. So, Corey Jones, I'm a father of one, international FIBA basketball player, 13 years. 7 championships, got a business management degree, studied at 3 different colleges from the Division III to the NAIA, all the way to the JUCO as well. Did all the levels, got scholarships, played for free, did all that. Grew up small town, first in San Antonio. Then after Katrina happened, that's when we moved to Louisiana, and that's when I was a big fish in a small pond at Oakdale High School, 2A high school, and that's where I got the flourish, right? Yeah. So coming from 5A high school to a 2A high school, did my thing, got to college, then played pro right after. Everyone was asking me after school, like, yo, Deco, working at, what type of corporate job you're going to get? I'm like, I'm not going to get no corporate job. I'm going to play professional. I stuck to that.
That's it. Oh, yeah.
I got a video right now. I got a video I made in my junior year telling my roommate, yo, I'm going professional. Right. And I just spoke it to existence. I didn't care what stats I had. I didn't care what school I went to. I said, I'm going to do this. And it happened, man. It happened. I just took it to the next level. So that's me in a nutshell. Work for my own management company, like you said earlier. I manage over 30 different players. Then also externally, like partner-wise, it's over 100. Then as far as just like my other job, I have a remote job selling tech software. So that's another thing I do as well. So it's just about, having multiple streams of income, being active possible, staying in basketball, staying in the program. I do a lot of G League stuff now, work my way up to the NBA, did some Atlanta Hawks coaching as well. So yeah, man, I mean, the rap sheet is nice, but always continuing to grow and make it to that next level.
Yeah, word, man. Hey, it takes us back to your childhood. What age you start playing sports? What sport was your first love? In Scottsdale.
You can see me catching one. When you check it out at Walmart, you got them little squishy balls before you check out. And you can catch me catching one of them, small squishy balls. My dad just throwing them to me while I'm in the cart. I'm like 3-4 years old, right? And that's when, he started training me. Then I'll be in the bathroom with a toothbrush hitting a ball, thinking I'm hitting home runs. Like Mark McGuire, Ken Griffey, all them guys was my idols. Surprisingly, baseball was my first love, right? And I was terrible at it, but I just love baseball. Basketball I love too. I had the little basketball goal inside the house where it kept the score, right?
Yeah.
And then football, like all day, man. We used to play tackle football like we used to kids. Go outside, knock on somebody's door, hey, let's go play, right? And we had this big field and we would play football, basketball, baseball, kickball. Grew up in a neighborhood. I don't know if y'all seen Hey Arnold. Y'all remember Hey Arnold?
Yeah.
Cartoon. I grew up in a neighborhood just like that, man. Just like that, man. I'm talking about everybody knew everybody. Everybody had a personality. They were friends. We had our fights, and then we was friends the next day, right? Then the sports scene. Then that's all we did. We played sports. Ice cream man with the. We stopped the game. It was 5-5, going to 7. We didn't care. The ice cream, wrap it up, then go back to war, right? It was, man, that was a great childhood, man. People don't really talk about it no more. Water hose. We come from the water hose, man. Water hose water.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Good stuff.
So growing up, who did you model your game after the most? Who did you really watch? Who intrigued you the most and made you want to pursue basketball as a career?
Oh, yeah.
So that's a great question. So like when I was younger, I didn't understand basketball and how to study. Like when I was young, all I knew was my dad was there the whole time. And I seen that he was successful, at the low level. He did Army basketball. He was the one who just taught me from day high. So I just listened to him and modeled my game, my jump shot. And the one thing he told me was, he was like, Decorey, I want to turn you into a mutant. And I'm like, what you mean? And when you think about mutant, that's an X-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like X-Man superpowers, they can do everything. He was like, you're going to be able to drive, shoot, dribble, post up. You can be able to do it all, right? And that's what he turned me into. And I didn't even realize it. And that's why I've been so successful, man, because I'm able to like be versatile and play different roles when I go to these teams.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
For sure. So talk about playing on the middle school level. What all sports did you play on that level?
So middle school level, football, basketball. I just kept it like that. Those were the only 2 sports I played. So football was cool. And then, I know that like it was like a run first offense, and I'm tall and skinny, so of course it got me at receiver. And I'm like, man, why am I blocking every time we hike the ball? I'm a receiver. I'm a $130. I'm not even 100 pounds, and I'm blocking. Like, I need the ball. I'm just that type of dude. So I told the coach, I'm like, I want to play running back. And he looked at me. He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, try me out. And my dad gave me that snippet. He was like, you got to ask the coach. If you want to play that position, you got to ask. So I did. I was scared as death. Like, I'm a kid. I'm like, man, running back, that's the #1 position in football.
Yeah, man.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, that's the fastest person, on the team. So, you got to have some speed, man, to hit those corners.
Speed, power, all that.
Power, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, I tried out for running back, and surprisingly, man, I was the tallest dude on the field playing running back. But, man, I did well. I did pretty good.
Oh, nice.
And, I did good when I got to 8th grade. And then, I played the basketball, too. That was my first love. And I was just juggling in between. I was playing football for my dad. And I think a lot of kids go through that growing up. They want to play for their dad, make them happy, don't want to let them down. And, parents, they live through us, right?
Yeah,
so
that's true, man.
I didn't want to let them down on that. So I sacrificed my body. I didn't like football because it's after school, it's hot. I'm getting hit by 300-pound linemen every day.
Yeah,
and I hated it. Then we had morning workouts. Let's go. It's constant, man. Then we had to go study. Man, no way. I was like, I'm cool. Got to high school, basketball only.
All right. So you got to high school, your first year. Did you start straight away?
No, so that's a great question, man. Like my freshman year, I went to a 5A high school, Judson. And I'm talking about, this was before they built other high schools like Wagner and all these other ones. And so you're talking about one high school, 1,000 kids. I'm talking about shoulder to shoulder getting to my locker, man. So when it came time like for tryouts and practice, man, I'm competing with over 100 dudes in the gym. And they marked it by, of course, the freshman team. They had a sophomore team. They had a junior varsity team. They had a varsity team. That's how many kids they had in the school. So everyone, that was the thing in school. Oh, which team you gonna make? Which team you gonna make? And because we knew we made one of these teams that was our popular level, right?
Oh, yeah.
Where it came to like with the girls, the style points with the homies, like, and then being in front of the big crowds, like being on that stage, everybody had to play varsity. I didn't get that shot at Judson High School. There was just so much competition, so many talented players. I mean, you got guys like Clark, the Filipino man that played NBA. I mean, there's a whole bunch of guys, man, that played in San Antonio in the league right now, and it's like, wow, like most of the guys I grew up with, surprisingly, that were starting in freshmen as seniors, playing, or freshmen starting on a varsity team, or guys that hit their growth spurt before everybody. Like, these are the guys that played at the upper levels. But for me, I was just like, man, I just want to play, man. I'm grateful just to be here. I'm on a team with, I beat out all these players, just to make the freshman team. Sophomore year come, I got on that team, but it just, you're going to practice long enough and run enough sprints and sacrifice a lot until it's game time and you get no tick. It's like, yo, this ain't it, and it was a blessing in disguise, like Hurricane Katrina, because when I got to Louisiana, I had a choice to either go to South Carolina with my mom, because they would get my parents divorced. He's just go to my mom to a 4A high school, or stay in Louisiana 2A high school. My dad was like, look, man, I know you want to go with your mom. I'm telling you, for the sake of basketball and what you're trying to do, you can make a name for yourself at a 2A high school. You gonna play.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I'm gonna do it. Because I didn't have a good relationship with my dad growing up, because he was the disciplinary, and when we did, you don't know what that means. We grew up hating our dads, and I'm grateful for it today. I am so grateful the way he was with me, because I wouldn't be the man I am today. But man, like, he's military, so now I realize what he was saying, what he was doing, and his wisdom. And 2A high school, junior year, it's Texas against Louisiana. So once they found out I'm from Texas, dudes just looking at me, talking trash, like, man, get the Texas boy off the court. You know what I mean? Like, that type of talk. And I had to prove myself. Like, I had to come in. It was me versus Louisiana, right? And then, of course, you got the stars. Cortland Bell, shout out to him. Like, he was the one who pushed me, because we was just like the Goku Vegeta matchup. Like, man, you coming to take my spot for real. And I'm like, look, you can have your spot. I just want to help you win, right? And junior year, it was that chemistry building of like, you gotta trust me, and the other Louisiana boys gotta trust me too. I'm not against y'all, I'm for y'all, right? We can do this together. And I think losing in the opening playoff round against our rival team, that really hurt us. And we were like, all right, it let us know we could do it, though. We can do this. So I think I had one award that year, honorable mention. And this is actually going to fuel into my overseas career. This is why I'm telling the story. I got honorable mention, and I felt like I did enough to get more than that. So Coach's Award, I was like, what is Coach's Award? Like, what is that? And I took that offensive. And I seen everybody else getting all these awards, and it was an envious energy, I admit. But when you put up numbers and you felt like you did something, and you feel like, dang, I should have got this award, you're like, okay, I'm grinding next year, so y'all have to give me this. Y'all gonna have to give me this. Senior year, all state, I made all city, I made all regional. We went to the semifinals for the first time in the 90s, and that's when I started dunking the ball for the first time. That grind just got me to the next level and helped my team to the next level, right? And me and Cortland, that's when we combined. Like, we played as a team as well, and then other fell in behind as well. And yeah, it was like a Coach Carter type of story, you know. So
hey, who was the competition in the area? In high school,
man,
who was the competition?
So people from Louisiana will know Peabody was the school, right? Peabody was the school to go to. This was like one of those schools where it was like you couldn't play on the team unless your name was buzzing, right? Dudes moved. Like if coach wanted to, it was like an early college recruit. High school coaches were recruiting like college. Like if they heard someone was good, they would take them from all the way from Shreveport or New Orleans to, hey, we'll move you out here to Alexandria so you can play Peabody, right? And this is where all the comments came because they knew that's where they got them D1 scholarships, the USC and all the mother schools, Kentucky, all that. So I think Peabody was a school everybody aspired to, but when it came to 2A basketball, like we played against all these country teams, so we had to go to the woods. I'm talking about shotgun front yard type stuff. We'll go to all like let me see, Elizabeth and countries that's named like that. I mean, cities that's named like that, and we go to these small towns and it be all white, right? And we'll hear the nigger word, nigger this, nigger that, right? And we just had to cancel out. You know, and then we'll go to an all-black city, Mamou. Everybody know about Mamou. All-black city, black against black, and it's rowdy. And this is how they set up the games. Mamou on this side, Oakdale on that side. So when they scored, we heard this ear buzzing, and when we scored, we heard this ear buzzing. So, man, I miss it, man. It's high school basketball. One thing I do wish I would have done more was worked on my skill set more, but we really didn't have a true basketball coach that really ingrained skills. He was a football coach. He admitted that. He said, I'm a football coach. And I respected that he said that. Yeah. So we had a 6'8" dude, Sean Johnson. We had my 6'5" pure shooter, athletic. We had Cortland Bell. He was the leader. He was the one who kept the team going. He just did it all. Then we had Josh Sumner. That was like our Draymond Green for defense. Then we had Gordon Webb. He was just like our X factor. And then our bench guys, Arsenio Johnson and Loomis Guidry. Right? Arsenio was our 3-point clutch shooter, and then Loomis Guidry was our like maintenance. We had the perfect team. Right? If you listen to all them roles I just said, it was a role-based team. We just didn't have the skills.
I got you. So let me ask you, your senior year, you say it was all region, all American. Did you play any All-Star games?
Man, we played an All-Star game. Couldn't wait because I made second team All-State, and the dudes that played first team All-State, I was seeing them. Right? They did an All-Star game for the top guys in Louisiana. Okay. And there was also a chance to get recruited because I didn't have any letters. I had one letter from East Texas Baptist University, and that was off of word of mouth. You know, I didn't have AAU. I didn't have the resources. I could drive 3 hours, 2 hours to Baton Rouge for AAU. Couldn't do it. So I knew that was the way they seen. So I'm like, I got to go to this. I'm glad I got invited. I actually got invited to two. So one was a money grab. You get one of these letters. Hey, there's going to be college recruiters. Go to this. Grab. Went out there. They talking about Duke going to be there. Nobody was there. I said, man, we done drove all this way. Ain't nobody here, dog. So, I mean, it was a good experience to hoop against other dudes out there. But, man, it's a lot of money out there camp-wise. But this the official Louisiana All-Star game that happened. I did pretty decent in that event. I just didn't have that mentality though of like I gotta get mine. I still had that role team mentality coming in, and I feel like I didn't really get seen like I should have because my mentality going in wasn't right. So
I get you. So
all right. Yeah. So coming out of high school, what school you decided to go with?
So the old school that recruited me, I had no choice. I said, man, look, I felt good about it. Though. I'm like, you know what? Y'all bet on me. I'm with y'all. Thank you. Like, and look, no one's been to college in my family for over a decade. So I did
Dang.
that,
Okay.
got to school, right? Then what that Division III did for me, Coach Burt, shout out to him. What that school did for me was teach me discipline, right? Waking up early in the morning, 3 meals a day. It was military style, lifting weights, hitting my mile time, after school runs, right? Pickup, systems, more systems. Like my mental was getting trained. Like this is real basketball right here. And I struggled because I didn't grow up with that. Because you got to remember, I'm going from sophomore year of high school 5A, transfer 2A high school, transfer Division III. Boom. I didn't have all these different coaches in my ear, different systems, different ways of things. It was a culture shock to get to a Division III and have some actual structure. And when I got that actual structure, that 165 high kid coming out of high school started getting, shoulders, six pack, abs, all that, right? And I started developing. So that's when my game started to evolve, but I still didn't understand what it meant to be a freshman in college, because if high school you're gonna come with that ego, like I should be playing and this isn't better than me, and I scored 20 points per game. And then I realized, yeah, they did that too. Now it's a different level, right? Every level you go to next, you're gonna get right down to number one, right? You got to start over. There's gonna be other people better than you, and that's vetted already. And that's why a lot of people, this is a life snippet that I want to give. A lot of people don't want to progress or go to that next level because they know that. They're scared. They don't want to start over. They don't want the next man being better than them. They want to be better on the level they're at.
Yeah.
Not knowing they
They
hurt
don't want the
themselves.
embarrassment.
They don't want to get embarrassed.
Yeah.
And also it's just that ego. They want to feed that ego,
Yeah,
man. And it's like you're not growing like that, dog.
Yeah.
Get to the next level. Get to the next level.
Yeah, you got to play the best to be the best.
There's levels to this. Levels to
It's
life.
levels, man. It's levels. It's levels, bro.
Definitely. So, you go off to college, man. You start your freshman year or you redshirt?
So I had a choice. And yeah, I had forgot to mention this. Coach Simmons from McNeese State, he actually offered me the red shirt for McNeese State because I wanted to play Division I basketball so bad. I didn't like the idea of red shirt because I went to the tryout for McNeese State and we go up to 7. I'm scoring 3.
Yeah.
I said I know I can play with y'all. Like I'm not a shirt man. But also I knew, okay, red shirt do mean I get to learn the system, learn the program, learn the culture, both up, all that, right? Learn, develop my game. But I was like, no, I need to play now. So I went to Division III. Then from Division III, I noticed I wasn't playing as much. And I didn't understand freshman. I said, so I was like I gotta go, man. I'm transferring to this JUCO. I want to get recruited again. And then also I got $20,000 in debt because I went to this school. I'm out. It's man, college is a scam, man. When it's financial,
you ain't lying.
just the financial, man. Like the financial is the business, man. And it's like give you all these grants, pale grant, black grant, green grant, yellow grant. And it's like it looked good, but man, as soon as you sign your name in that line, man, I still at that from that decision I made. Man, I'm still trying to chop down. And this is from 1 year. 1 year of school. I'm glad I left when I did because, man, got to the JUCO. That's when junior college they let you play out there. It's free. It's free game, right? Got to the JUCO, did my thing there, and that's when the story started raveling, and I started to see like, okay, I think that's when that like, all right, I can get to the next level, but I was still trying to discover myself because that's when I was dunking at will. I had free will to shoot the ball. I was with other dudes that played from different types of environment. That was like the hood ball I needed to get tougher, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Oakdale brought that to me too, at a certain level, the street level. But in the professional level, college level, I got the street and put in me from JUCO. Needed that because I was just book smart going through high school and college. Man, so summer of JUCO, I get a phone call from my coach. He tells me, yo, Decorey, I recommend you to this coach. He's going to be giving you a call. He's looking for a 6'5", 6'6" forward, and I'm giving your name. I said, wow. Cool. It's the summertime. I still don't have no offers. I had Division threes on, but I'm like, I'm not going back D3. I know what time it is for D3.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I got a call. I'm talking about this was in July. School start August. I don't have no offers. Faulkner University called me, Jim Sanderson. He called and says, I want to fly you in for a tryout. I said, cool. Man, a coach flying a young kid out to try out, I thought that was everything. Right? I was like, wow, you flying me out to watch me play? Man, look. I got there, got to the tryout. He put me up against the returning players. He brought some of the guys that like we just needed bodies for. And then he put me up against his all conference player that was leaving, that was, graduating. He was there. And he purposely put him on me. I'm talking about we practiced from 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock. Tired, sweat. I'm talking about we did 2-on-2, 3-on-3 full court, 4-on-4 full court, 5-on-5 full court, whole bunch of shooting drills. And I'm like, God dang, I'm tired. And I'm seeing the dude that I'm going against. He not tired. So I'm like, yo, you not tired? He was like, nah, man, like, and he didn't tell me. And I found out later when I signed. End up signing my name on the dotted line. I got offered a scholarship right after the tryout. Coach was like, I got a scholarship for you. I want you to sign here. I want you to play. I said, let me think about it. Take it to parents first. Man, my dad and mom, they were just like, you got a scholarship, school paid for. What other offers you got? Right? I said, you right. Let me take this. Boom. Took the scholarship. He turned me into another man. I'm talking about if a man go through Coach Jim Sanderson's program and tell you he didn't cry, he lied to you. He lying to you. I'm talking about who made you cry. Boot camp, Marine camp. Talking about 5 a.m. workouts, weights. We had 5 a.m., 6 a.m. runs, heavy rope. We had mile time, 5:40, 2 mile time, 14, 3 mile time, 21 minutes. If you ain't make it, you back the next day, 6 a.m. You make it, right? And that's on top of studying and study hall and making your grade. This too, you tired from practice because practice is a whole other beast. 3-hour practice. Damn. And then you tired. Next thing you know, you close your eyes. It's 6 a.m. again, and you gotta hit the mile run because you ain't make it yesterday.
All right.
So I had it took me about a month and a half before I could get that mile time because I didn't train for it. You know what it meant to train for. Damn. And he told me this on the phone call. He said, look, we're not Division I, but we train harder than Division I. I didn't know what that means. I said, Coach, I'm ready, dog. I'm ready. Shit. Man, I got out there, boy. But made me. Senior year, I told the coach, I said, Coach, I ain't going home. I'm staying this summer. I'm gonna work out and train. They let me stay in the dorm. They let me use the weights. They let me use the shooting. And I stayed that whole summer.
That's dope.
That's when my game changed. I started. I did well. We made it to playoffs. You know, we made it to the tournament, and like it set me up. And I made my mile times because I knew what was coming. I knew how to train for it. But I say all this to say this. This journey that I went through from high school to college set me up for success for professional basketball. The life principles, the discipline, the mentality, the adversity, the decision making. Yeah, I didn't quit. And I did want to, you know, but I learned, man, through all these different experiences, God is going to use experiences to set you up for your true desire.
There you go.
So it's just something you got to know while you're going through trips. You're not going to understand it now. And y'all too as well. I know you guys got something y'all want right now. And it's like, man, like this is tough.
Yeah.
And you got to know, like, man, listen, you here for we on this call for a reason.
That's it, man. At this time, yeah.
It's a setup, man. Everything is a setup.
You know it, man.
Hey, man. So, hey, what do you like so much about playing the forward position, small forward? Which
I don't like nothing before. I don't like nothing about the 5. I tell you that now. I got put there because I'm tall. That's what these overseas teams do. My college coach did. Jim Sanderson. I'm not a forward. I'm not a 5. I'm a 2-3. So
that's what coaches
I don't
do,
like
man.
nothing about it. Yeah, they just stick you there, but
they put you where they want you to be. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And that ain't fair, man. For real.
It's not fair. And then at the other end of the sword, it's like you're forced to learn that position and skill set, and then realize, damn, now I can post up. Now I can do a reverse pivot. Now I got footwork. Now I can bang a little bit. Now I got a few post moves. And now I can add that to my shot, you know, my ball handling and dribbling up the floor. I said, okay.
Yeah, you're playing both.
I see what coach. Overseas basketball, the number 1 position recruited and the most lucrative position recruited is the 5. That's hands down. That's in all leagues, NBA and down. The 5 position get paid the most. And first point, the point guard. Right, that's the leader of the team. That's the quarterback of the team.
There you go.
If you're not, you gotta be nice, right? So, like, I'm not a 1, and I'm damn sure not a 5. So, I'm like, all right, I'm a 3-4.
Yeah,
that's a very niche position because I can apply with my resume as a 4. I can apply with my resume as a 3. I can do it as a 2-3, 3-2. I can do a 4-5 even if I want to.
Yeah, you sit in the middle.
I'm sitting in the middle, and that's when I figured it out. I'm like, all right, it ain't about my talent right now. It ain't about how athletic I am right now. It's about executing and then having the right resume set up and applying to the right jobs. That's going to give me a look. And that's why players fail that when they're trying to get these overseas pro jobs. They don't put in consideration what's their lowest hanging fruit, what's going to get them seen, what's going to get their resume pulled. You got to have the right language on your resume. You got to have you got to know your value, right? You don't be applying for $10K a month jobs and you ain't never played a 1 year pro. You know,
it don't make sense.
Like, it don't make sense. But all these dudes just coming in overseas today. It's like, oh, I'm available. Yeah, you available for a reason. You know, you applying to the wrong job. You know, so you got to think about it, man. Like, I'm working at Dollar General as a stalker. I'm stocking the hamburger helper and the pencils and paper, right? And then I go apply for Apple to sell the Apple headphones. I want to be a salesman all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's a big jump. That's a big leap.
It's a big jump. You gotta work your way up, man. You gotta work your way up. Nobody
Uh-huh.
gonna open the door for you like that.
Right.
So
Yeah.
So you go to college, you dominate there, you come into your own. How many points were you averaging throughout college?
crazy. So freshman year, I averaged like probably 3 points a game. Transferred to junior college. Junior college, I was at 11 points per game. Then I transferred, got the scholarship to Faulkner. That's when it was like you got to play your role. If you do this, you're getting subbed out. So he had me dribble handoff. He had me screening. He had me screening and popping. I'm like, dog, I can dribble the ball, right? Or man, I'm open on the wing in the corner. I remember in the corner. I remember this was graduation night. We had a game. My parents was there, and uncles and aunties. I didn't care what coach said that night. I'm in the corner. I heard the coach say, "No." Yeah. Hey, I didn't care. Let that thing fly. And and it went in too. It went in too. And it brought that confidence out of me. But man, look, back to the question. 6 points per game. And I'm thinking to myself, shit, how am I gonna get overseas averaging 6 points per game? So, but I also had the mindset of I ain't taking no for an answer. I'm gonna play overseas basketball. And it happened, man. It happened. I grinded. And I finally got that call. And I knew once someone let me play the Corey Jones game, it was up.
Yeah. Hey man, so coming out of college, what was next from there? Did you try for any NFL NBA teams? Anything like that?
Yep. So Coach Gibson, shout out to Coach Gibson. I'll be honest, I always tear up with this story because this was the beginning of the new Decorey Jones and who I was and why I'm here today talking to y'all. If I wouldn't have met Gibson, he wouldn't have called me that graduation night, I wouldn't be talking to y'all right now.
Wow.
He went to a tryout in Atlanta. It was in Atlanta. It was semi-pro league. The league advertised it to where, hey, this league, you can get scouted by overseas professionals. This is what this platform is for. It was about 8 different teams all around the state of Georgia. So this is how God works.
Oh yeah.
Remember that Division III I went to? Section Baptist?
Yep.
Jeremiah Poja. I was a freshman. He was a senior when I was there. He calls me up, man, and says, yo, Decorey, there's a tryout happening in Atlanta. I'm going to pull up there. If you want to go, maybe we can go half on it. Because he was still trying to play professional basketball. 6'8", athletic as hell, can shoot. Really calm, humble dude. Yeah. And the world just came full circle. I'm like, yeah, most definitely. Let's do it. I had $1,000, man, for my graduation money. This is all I had in my pocket. I took my car. Sister, shout out to Siobhan. She bought our hotel. That was my graduation gift. So me and him shared that hotel. We paid like $350 for the tryout. It was a 2-day tryout. And all the teams were there in attendance. And there was a 2-round draft. By the end of the tryout, they said, hey, your name's going to be listed on the website if you get drafted. So 1 week go by, 2 week go by, 3 week go by. I'm going on the website, getting an update. I'm like, damn, like, yo, did anyone get drafted? Because they didn't update the website.
Mm-hmm.
So I called Jeremiah Poja. Jeremiah Poja was like, yeah, man, I got drafted. They give you a call. I was like, nah, bro, like, you got a call? I was like, yeah, I got a call like the first week. I said, damn. So now I'm thinking to myself, shit, man, I just got drafted, man. Like, damn. Like, I thought I did really well. I was dunking everything I seen, and I shot pretty well. And I just felt like, and I had coaches coming up to me and everything.
Oh yeah,
man. Hear nothing. This graduation night, true story. Me and my mom go to an apartment to sign off the lease. We were looking for apartments because my pro dream was like, all right, I got a job now because the pro dream ain't nothing coming in right now. I gotta get a job and I'm gonna just stay out here in Montgomery. We get the paper. I didn't sign it though. I did not sign the paper. I just kept it. This is an apartment I'm gonna just continue working at Walmart till something else comes. This graduation night, the same day we was looking up at apartments and got the paperwork. I got my whole family around me. Everybody had fun. Only thing on my mind is I'm not going pro. I didn't get drafted. I'm trying to have fun. I'm like, damn, tomorrow I gotta fucking go to Walmart and work. And I'm gonna be signing off in this apartment. And I don't know who I'm gonna be living next to. 11:30. I'll never forget. 11:30. Nighttime now. EST. Phone ring. I say hello. Decorey. Yeah, this is him. Who's this speaking? This is Coach Eddie Gibson from College Court Kings. I said, how you doing, Coach? Like, yeah. Great to talk to you, Decorey. Just want to call you, let you know. Hey, have you been drafted? Anybody called you? I said, Coach, no one has called me. Like I ain't nothing. Well, just want to let you know, man. College Court Kings, we decided to draft you, man. We decided to pick you up. Man, I dropped the phone.
Yep.
You know that moment on Pursuit of Happiness when he got that job at the end, and he's just like this, and he's just shaking his head, holding his tears in.
Oh yeah, man.
I did on the phone. He was like, "You want to come? You ready to go? You ready to play?" I said, "Yeah, Coach, I'm ready." And I thank you for the opportunity.
For sure.
Hung the phone up, started screaming, crying. Everyone thinking something wrong with me. Corey, what's wrong? Corey, what's wrong? I said, I made it. I'm going pro. I got drafted. Shoot. Man, that was the biggest moment of my life, man, because that was the turning point of God is real.
Yeah, man.
God is real, and He delivers when you like
least expected,
or just least expected when you're about to give up.
Yeah,
son, I got you.
Well, let's go ahead and hold on. Peter, man, have faith.
Let's go ahead and get into some highlights real quick, man. I know you got a long journey and you played a long time, really successful guy. So we're gonna go ahead and show a little bit about what you're talking about and let them be the
see, man.
For everybody that's watching, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We have a former FIBA Eurobasket champion forward, Decorey Jones. All right. He's also an agent. He's a businessman. He owns a lot of things. All right. We're going to go ahead and get into this clip and we'll be right back.
Para recuperar ese balón, Jones, la media vuelta, se eleva para dos, el doble Trujillo. Jones nuevamente, Amadi, se eleva para tres. Excelente, gran inicio del norteamericano, Carlito Romero. Jones ahora, el norteamericano. La jugada personal de Jones con el cristal y el doble de Pichincha.
En el segundo cuarto nuevamente. Creo que lo está haciendo descansar bastante tiempo.
Decorey Jones aparecía quemando.
Van fallando consecutivamente los muchachos de Pichincha. A ver qué es lo que puede hacer.
Y Decorey Jones. Gran robo. Espera. Jones, el lanzamiento de tres.
donde pueden salir bien cómodos los muchachos de Nacional.
Y se viene el contraataque con Jones, el cristal y el doble de Pichincha. Muy bien. Carlito Romero, el lanzamiento de 3 de de Jones. De Ramos, de Calvo, la flotadora no logra convertir. Va saliendo ahora en la contra con el jugador Parker Jr.
Yes, sir, we back.
Yeah, they're killing him, man. Dude.
Man.
Hey, he running the floor, man. Hey, you
Inside,
like
outside. And we got one more clip. We're going to go ahead and get into it, man. I ain't even going to save no more.
All right.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Kings Basketball Club, Decorey Aaron Jones.
Yes, sir.
You got tunnel vision out there, man.
Boy, hey, man. Some highlights, boy. Goodness gracious.
So since you a hooper, man, what's your favorite shoes to hoop in?
Man, so it's a really good question, man. So I love hooping, and I hooped in Kobe's 1 year. That was in Spain. That was like my second year of professional basketball. And you know what? I never got to touch another pair of Kobe's, man. I sprung my ankle so bad in them. And I know it's crazy to say, but it just I knew I needed like a mid-cut type of shoe after those Kobe. And I'm not even a sneakerhead, so it's like when it comes to names and stuff like that, I can't even tell you what they were. But I can tell you the names, like the KDs. I stayed in KDs, and I had Under Armours. I had the Currys. I literally went towards the shoe that felt comfortable and light. I had some LeBrons, the low top LeBrons. When he started going low top, like the mid low top, those were cool. But I wasn't really big on shoes, man. It was really about like what was comfortable for me. I didn't know whose name was on it. I was rocking what's that brand called? Peak. The Chinese brand.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, these shoes better than the shoes that these NBA guys are wearing. You know, like Peak I actually got sponsored by Peak while I was overseas. So I started wearing their shoes. But, you know, they got Andrew Wiggins and all them guys now. But, man, yeah. So when it comes to shoes, like which one did I usually wear? It's really about not the brand. It was just like what felt good. The mid-top, soft sole, and light. Because I like to run the floor, and I like to shoot. So and then also I needed a bang, so I needed that mid-top to shoot.
Oh, yeah. Right. So I see you. Go ahead, KJ.
Yeah. Was it hard for you to adjust to the overseas, living? Was it pretty difficult, or was it pretty easy? Or
it's difficult when you first start out, man, because you come from America and this is the land of the free. We got access to so many resources.
Yeah, man.
People are so just spoiled out here, don't realize how good they got it, man. You go overseas, you got people begging for, and we got poverty too, but I'm talking about overseas. I'm talking about, man, you don't have no dryers, hanging the clothes, right? When you want food, like they grow food out there, you know?
Yeah.
Like taxis, sometimes those are motor, you know? or you walking. I mean, the language barrier, you don't know what they saying, the weather, like the food, different bacteria. Americans get sick all the time traveling because of the food, what they put in their body is a different bacteria, right? You go to places cold all year round. You go to places where the sun don't come out. The sun go down at 12 o'clock noon, like Norway, and it's dark the rest of the day and it's cold. Like it's so Mongolia, like you Russia, it's cold year round over there, right? So it's like when you say it's hard adapting overseas, it is, man, because the resources, man, are just, you don't know what you know put in your body. You don't, the air you breathe and the pollution and dealing with the politics too. And the people, there's racism everywhere too. Like people don't about your color, they care about that flag. They passionate about that flag. They know you got that blue passport, you American. They treat you some type of way. You get love, but we also get hate.
Yeah. So, what's your favorite meal to eat overseas? What's the favorite dish you ever had? Can you remember it?
Man, when I go to countries like Spain, countries like Argentina, countries like Chile, I love me a good barbecue. They say asado in Spanish.
Okay.
So you're talking about a slab put down on the grill. They don't even season it. All they do is put the salt. That's how like pure, right? It is, And I'm talking about the way they breed their cows out there, man. Like it's different than how we breed them. Like it's just everything's just so flavorful. The fruit's flavorful. The wine is flavorful. Everything is just vibrant and good. But like the barbecue overseas, hands down, man, like it's a vibe. And because of the experience too, that's what makes the food better. You're sitting in the backyard, you got the locals around you, you're hearing the Spanish, you got a few women here and there, and you're vibing out. You hear the salsa, you got some wine in your system, some red wine, and then you cutting the carne, and you going in. It's a vibe, man. Yeah, so I'll say that.
Right. So after you played overseas, you started training, coaching, and also started a couple companies. Talk about after basketball, and how it is similar to life after football. You go through a trans period where you're trying to figure out, your own identity and who you and what else you're really good at.
Yeah.
Every athlete goes through that period.
Yeah.
What next? What do I do next, man? And I went through a depression. Man. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what to do. My relationship had failed. And because my Maslow hierarchy of needs being met. So when your Maslow's hierarchy of needs aren't being met, and for people who don't know what that means, that's like a roof over your head, food, water, the basic needs, right? Money, income, right? Transportation. When you don't have those needs getting met, and then also doing something that you love to do, when you don't have those needs getting met, that's when you're in survival mode and you can't be creative. We are built as creative beings. So when we're not out of that creative theta state,
that's a problem.
That's when you start seeing it's gonna be a problem, man. So I went through a depression. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I'm very transparent, like financially, because I like to educate people. But man, I had $50,000 in my account I had saved up, and I lost it all. Stock market doing dumb stuff, the bet on sports, trying to get rich quick. What else was I doing, man? Putting money towards stocks that I thought that was gonna go off, crypto that was gonna go off. I made some really crazy investments in businesses that I thought that was gonna take off. splurging, not thinking about like anything, like, and then also flying my family, which I don't mind doing that, but I was flying my family back and forth because I wanted to see them like during COVID and Chile, go to Chile to Asia, Asia to America, and then they were in America with me. You know, you got a kid, you know, and then your girlfriend, and you just spending money like $50K gonna be going like that.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, all right, so I'm broke. Professional basketball is not like, I'm not happy playing professional basketball like I used to anymore. My salary just stayed stagnant. I wasn't getting paid, you know, what I was getting paid, the 7-8K no more. You know, I just stayed stuck at the 3, 4, 5, and they weren't long contracts either. And then I just found myself coming home all the time. What's next? What's next? What's next? I got tired of living out of a bag. Can I stay with you? Can I stay with you? You know?
Yeah.
There's a guy named Aaron Carhan, man. Aaron Carhan, sorry. Very private dude. I won't say much about him, but this guy here was my mentor. He helped me out a lot. And he got into tech. He left basketball early. He got into tech because he's seen what basketball really is for what it was. Sport in general, too. It's chasing a carrot.
Mm-hmm.
When you get a certain age and a certain threshold, man, it's time to put it down. Like, life is no joke. The later you start life, the harder it's gonna be, man. You gotta realize if you stop basketball at 30 years old versus a dude that stopped basketball at 35, this dude that stopped basketball at 30 gonna have 5 years of tech experience over you, right? Sales experience, or any field that he in, he gonna have 5 years up, and he already gonna be making 6 figures. Versus I'm 35 years old, about to be 40, and I gotta start all the way at the bottom of corporate now, just like I did in pro. It's the same thing. You gotta work your way up. You just can't get to that 6 figures like that. You gotta work your way up.
Got to.
And even just going through the interview process, man. The interview process, and that's another thing I didn't realize. Like, you go through a whole 13 years of professional basketball, and you're not working on interpersonal skills. You're not working on interview skills. You're not working on emotional EQ skills. Like, my resume, what the resume is like language-wise. I didn't know nothing about all this. And so I'm going into these interviews and I'm not getting callbacks, or I'll make it to the end of the interview, the third round, and they'll ghost me. I didn't know why, because there's a game you have to play within the game. And that's where Darren Carthorne gave me a small blueprint on this is how it's done. And he gave me just enough to run with it and then do my own due diligence and study and tap into how to execute. Soon as I got my first tech job, that's when my life changed. And I worked a lot of different jobs, between depression time. And when I finally got that job to play, to sell software for a startup, I had moved to Dallas, Texas from Atlanta. That's when I got into tech. I was doing Atlanta as well. Training kids for the summer. That was a big jump too. But at the same time, I'm like, I need a breadwinner. A career that's gonna set me up. So Atlanta Hawks set me up because of the brand. Wasn't stable because it was just a summer temporary job. I can go back every summer if I want to. But the brand itself, Atlanta Hawks, opened up doors to get into these other places. Getting a phone call, even bro, all you need to do is get a phone call because of something you did in the past, right? Once I figured that out, yeah, and the tech job changed my life financially, and that's when I could start getting those Maslow hierarchy of needs met, and that's when my life started coming back together. The management company has always been here since 2015. I never really put my all into it because I was just helping guys out. Yeah, here, help a guy here, $50, a guy there, $25. I don't care. But then I started helping guys. I'm like, how much you made? Oh, 10K a month. you don't see none of that, and I changed your life, I said, yeah, all right, cool. That's when it changed for me. I'm going to turn this into a business. So turn it into a business, Dreamcatch Management. It's definitely taken off further than I ever thought it would. And, you know, being able to manage players and guide them, give them the blueprint so they don't make the same mistakes I did or hit the same, or even how to get over the speed bumps. I can give them that information before, you know, they hurt themselves or it's detrimental to their career path. And a lot of these guys, I talk to NBA guys all the time, man, and they're asking me for help. But because they took the wrong path because of bad guidance, either they didn't want to do it on themselves or an agent messed over them. Yeah. Now they're stuck in a hole. They're stuck in a hole and they can't get out. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell, man. Like life after basketball was a depression. It was hard. I had to figure my life out, figure it out. At the end of the day, I'm happy, man. You know, I'm doing what I want to do.
Well, before we run out of time, do you have any message for the youth?
Oh man, message for the youth. I want to tell the youth it's 2024, and this is the best time to live. This is the best time to live. 2024 going into 2025. I'll tell you why. This is the easiest time in history to get rich.
Wow.
It's the easiest time in history to get rich.
That's good
18
news.
years old. We spoke about this earlier. There's so much information available on YouTube, podcasts, and books, and people just what is available to us now wasn't available to us when we were coming up. And now that if you are able to take this information and execute and have a good team, whatever you want to do, police, firefighter, professional basketball, football, soccer, teacher, whatever you want to do, you can do it, but you got to focus on one thing. And if I want to tell you one thing, focus on one thing and master your craft. When you master your craft, whatever you're doing, and then you can serve your craft to people, that's when you're going to get rich. Not just financially, spiritually, mentally, physically. Everything's going to work for you. So one mind, stick to one thing, master it, and serve people.
Yeah. Hey, so you have any shout outs?
Shout out to y'all. One, you know, y'all, man. I needed to do this. I needed to vent. I don't have a lot of people I can talk to about my story. You know, I always wanted to do something like this too. I did a few projects, but man, it takes consistency to do something like this. Is a professional layout right here. Y'all doing it right, and I hope y'all continue to do this for athletes. Like, don't stop doing it, man. And I pray like God's blessing over y'all, like your podcast and your show get sponsorships. You know,
yeah, man.
Spotify, Apple, all that. Like y'all can, man. Y'all have the platform. Just keep reaching out to guys like myself, Bennett Davison, and everyone else.
Okay.
Shout out Mom, I know she's looking down. Shout out my dad. Shout out all my college coaches. Shout out Oakdale. Shout out to my son. Shout out to you know all my homies, my best friends. They know who they are. I mean, that's pretty much it, man. I'm so happy I got to share my story. And shoot, now that I shared my story, man, hey.
You're good.
Hey, man, I'm good, man. I had a lot bottled up. Man. Sorry if I ran and talked too much, man. Dude, I need this. I appreciate y'all.
More than welcome to come back on the show and see what you can offer to some of the youth. You got a lot of kids going the NIL way, college basketball and football. So you got cats like Cooper Flagg, played for Duke, was a phenomenon. You can help out a lot of kids coming out of college with your experience. So we appreciate you coming and your expertise story, and I'm glad it was able to help you at the same time.
Yeah, man. And if you know any big time players like yourself, you know what I'm saying, bring some more to the shop.
Oh, I'm most definitely gonna recommend. And man, I think one thing we should do though, the next time I want to do this in person. I want to have it in the shop.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We can set that up for you. I got a place that we can go. Just let me know when you're available in 2025, and then we'll work something out.
Big things. Nice view and everything. Cool.
Yep.
Nice view, HD camera. We're gonna set it up. We're gonna set that up, man. We're gonna do it.
So,
and then I'm gonna definitely refer some names to y'all, man. I think it'll be good.
Yeah, man.
Well, we appreciate you. Well, we appreciate you coming on the show. Guys, just tuned into a new edition of Sports Shop 27. I'm your host, Jermaine Coulter. I'd like to thank my main man, KJ Johnson, former Clemson cornerback from 1999 to 2002. And also, I would like to thank my guest today. He's all the way in where are you at in Chile?
Chile. Yeah, Chile.
He's in Chile. All right, we're here in the States. He's in Chile the whole time. Okay, the guy doing big things over there.
That's what's up.
Traveled a lot of roads, have a lot of experience, and he's passing his expertise on to the guys up and coming. All right. I'd like to give a big shout out to Decorey Jones. All right, call him Superman. He can do it all. All right. All right.
Love it, man. Thank y'all so much.
No problem,
Thank
man.
You, man.
I know our motto, man. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Right.
And we'll see you guys soon, and happy holidays. All right.
Right, man. Merry Christmas.
Yes, sir.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Appreciate it, Corey.
Man,
Yes,
take
sir.
care, man.
Appreciate y'all.
Keep doing big things, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Oh, yeah.